Hello, everyone. Welcome to Awesome Wayne's Profoundly Dark Stories. I know many of you enjoy listening as you fall asleep, so before you drift off, I'd love for you to leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're tuning in from. If you're enjoying the story, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's get comfortable, relax, and dive into tonight's tales. Story 1. They say you should always trust your gut. Sometimes that feeling you get, that crawling sensation on the back of your neck, it's not in your head. It's someone watching you. It was supposed to be a simple babysitting job. Friday night. Nice neighborhood. Easy money. 17-year-old Cora had babysat for the Marshalls a few times before. Nothing weird. The kid, Eli, was quiet, a shy little boy who mostly stayed glued to his iPad. The parents were polite, paid well, and always came home before midnight. But this night felt different. Kara noticed it as soon as she walked in. The house felt colder than usual. Not just temperature-wise, but emotionally cold. Like something wasn't right. Mrs. Marshall mentioned they'd added a new security system. Cameras all over the place, she laughed. Just in case. Kara laughed too, but her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. After putting Eli to bed, Kara settled into her usual spot on the couch. Popcorn, phone, Netflix. Easy night. But around 10:30, she heard a soft thud from upstairs. She went to check on Eli, who was sound asleep. Blanket pulled up, lights out. And that's when she noticed something weird. A stuffed teddy bear on the shelf. It wasn't there last time she babysat. Its head was tilted toward the bed, and its glassy black eyes seemed off. She leaned in. That's when she saw the tiny hole right between the bear's eyes. A lens. Kara snapped a picture and texted Mrs. Marshall. "Hey, just noticed this teddy bear in Eli's room. Looks like it has a camera in it. Just checking if that's part of the new system." No reply. She tried to shake it off and went back downstairs. But the image stuck in her mind. At 11:04, Kara got curious. She grabbed the family iPad from the kitchen counter, the one Eli sometimes used. She opened the photo app, and that's when she found a hidden folder. Thousands of video clips, all from the bear's point of view. Kara scrolled. At first just boring daytime stuff, Eli playing, reading, sleeping. Then she saw herself, sleeping on the couch, from a distance. The bear shouldn't have been able to capture that. The footage wasn't from the bear. It was from the hallway. A shaky handheld view, moving closer. Clip after clip of her asleep, unaware. One showed a figure, tall, male, barefoot, standing at the foot of the couch. Just watching. Kara froze. Her body wouldn't move. The realization hit like a punch to the chest. Someone had been recording her, watching her, from inside the house. She grabbed Eli, still asleep, and ran outside, barefoot, phone in hand, heart thundering. She called 911. When the police arrived, they searched the house. No one there. But in the attic, they found a sleeping bag, fast food wrappers, a small portable camera. Whoever it was had been living up there for weeks. The Marshalls moved shortly after. They never figured out who the man was. No fingerprints. No signs of forced entry. Just that bear. And a folder full of memories Cora would spend a lifetime trying to forget. Sometimes, the worst monsters don't live under your bed. They live right above it. Story 2. Some people fear break-ins. Others fear ghosts. But what if the thing watching you wasn't breaking in at all? It was already inside. It started with the smallest sounds, a bump, a soft thud, scraping. Talia, 29, had just moved into a charming older home in a quiet neighborhood. She lived alone, first-time homeowner, excited, nervous, independent. She told herself the noises were nothing. Old house, she said, wood creaks, pipes groan, probably squirrels. But over time, the sounds changed. They weren't random, they were rhythmic, like footsteps. At night, she'd lie in bed and listen. A step, another. Then silence, as if someone knew she was listening. Talia asked a friend to check the attic. They didn't find anything, just dust and old insulation. But Talia couldn't shake the feeling. Then, one night, around 2:17 a.m., she heard breathing. Not hers, coming from the ceiling vent. Shaking, she grabbed her phone and whispered into the receiver, "I think someone's in my attic." The dispatcher asked if she was safe. Talia locked herself in her bathroom and waited. The police arrived in under 10 minutes. They checked the attic with flashlights drawn. What they found still haunts her to this day. In the far corner of the attic, behind the air duct, was a small pile of blankets, an empty fast food cup, a set of children's drawings of the house. Each drawing was from a different angle, some from outside, some from inside, and one showed Talia sleeping in bed. Police later found a small trapdoor on the roof, a hidden access point. Someone had been entering at night, watching, living just above her. No fingerprints, no suspect. But the insulation showed signs of someone nesting there for months. As the officers were leaving, one handed Talia a copy of the 911 audio for her records. Later that night, she played it back on her laptop, trying to make sense of what happened. Her voice was shaky, scared, explaining the sounds. But right before the operator responded, there was a faint whisper on the line. A voice that didn't belong to her. It said, "She knows." Talia never spent another night in that house. She sold it, moved far away. To this day, she never found out who was living above her. But every so often, she still swears she hears it. A soft breath, a creak above her head, a whisper. She knows. Story 3. Modern baby monitors let you see and hear everything in your child's room. But what if what you hear isn't meant for you? And what if the person whispering to your baby wasn't a person at all? Megan, 31, was used to spending nights alone. Her husband, Adam, was a police officer working the night shift. It wasn't easy raising a newborn on her own during those long hours, but she managed. She'd rock her baby to sleep, check the monitor, and try to get some rest. But one Thursday night, around 1:12 a.m., she was woken up by a voice. It came from the baby monitor. Not a cry, not a coo, a whisper, a soft, almost soothing voice. "Shh, go to sleep now. Mommy doesn't need to know." Megan froze in bed. She stared at the screen. Her baby lay still, sleeping peacefully in the crib. No movement in the room. She replayed the audio. It was there, clear as day. But the camera feed showed no one in the room. She wanted to believe it was a glitch. Maybe the monitor picked up another signal, a neighbor's feed or something. That could happen, right? She turned the monitor off and tried to shake it off. But the next night, it happened again. This time, Megan was still awake, folding laundry when she heard it. "Don't cry, little one. "Daddy's not coming back tonight." She ran to the nursery, heart racing. But the baby was fine, quiet, smiling even. There was no one there, no sign of entry, no windows open. And that time, the whisper came with a laugh, not playful, mocking. Megan finally called Adam at the station. He tried to reassure her. Maybe sleep deprivation. Maybe her mind playing tricks on her. But Megan wasn't imagining this. She had the recordings. And one chilled Adam to the bone. It was the night after the baby's baptism. The monitor whispered, "He belongs to me now. You shouldn't have tried to protect him." Megan was desperate. She set up an additional security camera in the nursery, a separate system not connected to the monitor. She stayed up watching both feeds side by side. At 3:03 a.m., the monitor lit up. Her baby turned to face the camera, eyes wide open, still, silent. And then, a voice. This time, not a whisper. A deep, guttural rasp. "She's watching. Smile for Mommy." The baby began to laugh. But the second camera, the external one, showed something terrifying. The baby wasn't moving at all. They threw the baby monitor out the next day, hired a priest, burned sage, everything. The voices stopped. But Megan still checks on her son every night, not just to make sure he's sleeping, but to make sure he's alone. Because sometimes, just as she's walking away, she hears it again. "Good night, Mommy." And her son's lips never move.